here with Andrew Winters of Cornell NYC Tech, and he's the Director of Capital Planning for the new Roosevelt Island campus. Andrew, can you tell me what's happening today with the barging?
Sure. Today is the first day that we have barges coming to the site. So you see two barges behind me. One of them is a barge that has a crane on it, and we're going to attach that barge to the riverbed with these spud piles, and that's going to sit here for several months with the crane on it. Behind that barge you see a second barge. That barge has materials that are going to be delivered to the site by water, and those containers that you see on the barge now, they're going to be filled up with debris from the hospital and then lifted back onto the barge and taken back to New Jersey. So all the materials that are going to be removed from the hospital during the demolition phase are going to leave through those boxes by the crane and onto the barge.
And what type of materials will be removed by barge? Is it hazardous materials or?
All materials. It's really three different types of materials. It starts with the interior demolition, which is the first phase of the project. So that includes interior partitions, ceilings, doors, things like that, things that need to be taken out in order to expose the hazardous materials that are in the buildings. The second piece of the project is removing the hazardous materials themselves. Those also get put in those containers, and the containers get sealed. The containers sit on the site until they get lifted on by crane onto the barge. And then finally, once the interior demolition is done, and once the hazardous materials have been removed, we will commence with the structural demolition. And most of that material stays on site. It gets ground up and left on the site to raise the level of the site up. But some of the structural material will probably be removed by barge because we probably have more than we need to create the new profile elevations that we need.
And how long do you anticipate the demolition process to take?
I think the demolition is about a 10-month process.
And where will the materials go from Roosevelt Island?
The materials are going to go to a landing site in New Jersey called Keesby, and from there they get offloaded. There's a land-based crane that will take the boxes. It'll lift. You can see the little eye holes on top of the boxes. Those are what the crane grabs. They'll be lifted from the barge by that land-based crane into a lot at Keesby, where they'll be removed either by truck or by train.
Thank you very much.